defending IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson.
Woods where he doesn't want to be, and that's in close. Vicious looking left hand went in from Glencoff Johnson. Woods took it very well. Hands drop, and Johnson read it beautifully and really has got to be doubly careful. That was not a good shot to take, and he's got caught. That was a very good round, and look at that shot round the corner. Caught him a little bit on the high side. Another couple of inches down, it would have been right on the jaw, more the temple and the cheekbone, and Clinton Woods really had to cover up. Let's watch where his hand is. He threw the left, the chance was waited for, and Johnson really came in. Oh, good right hand from Johnson, and Clinton Woods really grimaced. That's the second right hand, and Woods in a wee bit of bother now. With a minute to go to the end of the fourth. That was another right hand, and the Johnson corner getting very out.
Then he called Johnson in so he could hold him, not so he could fight back. He's looking to survive right now, he is hurt.
Well, Clinton Woods, the last time I saw him say to somebody come forward was to Roy Jones, and we know what happened with that one. And Johnson has got a bit of time left in this round out the way and says come on, and Johnson says well absolutely, and here he comes again, and Woods is on the receiving end in this round, and one more shot might just swing this in Johnson's way. Has he time? I don't think so. Coming, and how disconcerting is that, Duke?
Well, that is better combination from Clinton Woods.
I hope he's justified his faith in putting those initials there. And right combination from Johnson, and again with the left. And Clinton champion, or in this case co-challenger. Johnson getting maybe the man who's in the driving seat. Good look at that from Johnson, right through. What a wonderful shot that was, a hugely skillful shot, because he actually gave it the uppercut and then he put a bit of a twist. Johnson with the right hand. Solid left from Johnson. This time it was the right hand of Woods that dropped away about waist level, and he got caught. Johnson tucking up.
The boxing in this round from him. He's got some confidence from somewhere.
Man, and now the Sheffield crowd get behind him.
And be able to sustain a reasonable pace to take him through.
Johnson has come out all guns blazing. Double jab and then the right hand over the top, and Woods has got caught again, and he turns half to the side, and that's a very ominous sign. Woods has got to come back, he's in a bit of bottle. It was Johnson who found the accelerator. Here comes Johnson again. To
this point, and now he's starting to turn it on again.
But the confidence that's brought by a couple of good shots is very... Well, what a start we had by Johnson. Look, 1, 2 little tip taps, and then that right hand, and a wonderful left and a right to follow. 3, 4, possibly 5. Well, I do believe, if we're being totally honest here at ringside, Duke Mackenzie, that Clinton Woods needs these last 2 rounds. That hook to the head and then to the body, showering us all with sweat, and Woods under pressure.
This is Johnson's round again. He's landed a big left hook there. That hurt Clinton Woods.
And they will decide whether or not it's going to be Clinton Woods.
Well, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Bays scores the contest 116 to 112.
Yep.
Judge Ian John Lewis scores the contest 115 to 113. Judge Whitaker scores the contest 115 to 113. All 3 in favour of the winner and the new IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Glencoff Johnson.
Reigning, defending IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson.
Tremendous crowd that he's got here. It still shows that he still is a superstar. Arena holds 15,800 for boxing. We're told that more than 14,000 tickets were sold. The place looks close to full as Glen Johnson attacks Roy Jones and tries to get him to remember what it was like to be rocked and knocked out by Antonio Tarver. And Jones smiling, but basically just trying to roll away from the punishment as Johnson attacks and attacks.
I think this is very amateurish and immature for Johnson to fight like this in the beginning with all the experience he's had. He's not landing anything effectively. Even the punches that looks like he's landing, Roy's leaning and using the ropes to take the strength out of the punches.
And it's clear that Jones expected it. But on the other hand, Jones is not responding yet by picking Johnson off with counter shots, although now he begins to as he rocks off the ropes with lefts and rights.
Yeah, and Johnson is not a big devastating puncher anyway.
But he did land a right hand flush on Jones's chin, and now he lands another right hand on the top of the head.
And burning up a lot of energy ineffectively.
And landing a left hook and demonstrating that he's not a devastating puncher, as Jones so far hasn't responded as if to show damage to any of these big power punches.
It may be amateurish, but it sure is effective so far. Remember that in their first fight, Tarver had Jones on the ropes most of the night.
Yeah, but the way that Johnson is going, he's going at an unbelievable pace.
Right. But he's also landing some body punches.
He may not be expecting to fight 12 rounds either.
But body punches, when a guy's pulling his body back in the upright position, you don't really hurt him that much when he's leaning back.
Jones has landed some carefully selected counter shots, and now he backs Johnson up with one of them, and Glen comes right back and tries to hammer Jones with another right hand over the top. Roy rolling forward to get away from those arcing overhand punches, and now pounds Johnson with a big left hand in the stomach.
Roy has landed some really heavy shots to the stomach. He might lose this round, but in the long term, that's not going to do Johnson any good either.
No, he may lose the round, but I think the round is going to his advantage going down the stretch because of the extremely big amount of energy that Johnson...
aggressive to try to take the fights and not hope to get them.
Knowing that Jones might want to come in here and do something spectacular.
Well, if that was his goal, he did succeed.
That are very close. It could help him get those rounds.
Fighting here, you might find it impossible to believe that, for instance, he lost 4 fights in a row.
Jones may be hurt
in 99.
Right hand.
He was hurt by the right hand.
And a left hook, and Jones shakes his head.
Right here you see Glen Johnson landing the right hand that Roy just didn't see. Just a case of just reset for the entire fight.
Well, maybe Memphis is going to become a sort of boxing graveyard of legends. There was a fellow named Tyson.
The distance that he shoots his jab, and Roy don't have time to time it.
And you wonder.
He's not used to guys fighting this close.
How does Roy Jones expect to win the fight, fighting at a pace which seems to tell us that he's more interested in avoiding...
And I think also the fights with Tarver has given all of his opponents much more confidence now.
That's the point.
Whatever he wants to do or has to do, he's going to start doing it this round right now. I think he really realizes that he's getting in jeopardy of losing the fight. Before he felt it was okay.
Well, he turned it up against...
He takes a right hand and a left hand, and he's on the canvas again for the second time in 2 fights. And for the second time in 2 fights, he's not going to get up, and he's been knocked out again.
Will we ever see Roy Jones in the ring again?
Not the one you're used to seeing, because we didn't see him tonight. We saw the guy who got knocked out by Tarver getting knocked out by Glen Johnson. 2 combination, which knocked Roy Jones out. Right hand, crunch. Now the left hook. And it was really the right hand that did the damage. The left hook was just a push on the shoulder to get him to go down. The right hand had already knocked him cold.
And his head hit the canvas very hard.
That's right. And the head bounced twice against the canvas. And there's your winner. A nicer guy you'll never meet in our sport. 35 years old, Graduate of Carl.
Still the IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson.
And this big crowd.
The Road Warrior, Glen Johnson. Antonio Magic Man
Actively and begins delivering jabs and body punches. And this is not dissimilar to what he attempted to do and got away with in the first round against you, Roy.
Yeah, this is the smartest.
Counter him and get an early knockout. Well, Johnson's had 52 fights. He was victimized on 11th round TKO by Hopkins, but he's never been knocked out, and he's getting the better of Antonio Tarver in the early going with sheer aggression, the same kind of aggression he showed against you.
Tarver appears just to be trying to measure what Johnson is doing, get an idea about his rhythm, his speed, before he unleashes his answer.
You see Glen Johnson on the attack, going to the body, then coming up with a boom, good left hook right there to the head of Tarver. And he got that conserving all of his energy and hoping that he won't have to run out of energy and he'll have plenty left toward the end of the fight.
Johnson hit Tarver with a clean. Johnson fires a hard right hand to the body, but one punch at a time for Glen to hand to the body. Uppercut lands for Johnson and a quick left hook. Johnson threatened it.
Yeah, Johnson can threaten if he wears him down. I don't think Tarver really has the best chance, but it never gets tested because he has such a superb defense.
Right uppercut, right hook, right jab. Johnson's still the aggressive, just like you see now, but Tarver won rounds 2 and 3 with his boxing.
Tarver threw 97 punches by CompuBox count in the third round, Roy. We know Glen Johnson can fight at a fast pace for a long time. Can Antonio?
I don't know. He didn't put a lot of effort in
Trying to punch right through Tarver's guard, and the body punches landed.
And this is the fight Johnson wants. He just can't sit still with Tarver because Tarver's just looking for one big opening. You heard Buddy McGill tell Tarver, quit looking for one punch, put punches together. He realized that Tarver's really making a mistake here.
Follows it up with a left hand.
Good
Uppercut lands for Johnson, followed by a good body shot. Hard right hand for Johnson. Comes back with a body shot. Johnson thinks he's hurt Tarver.
I don't think he's hurt fair possible, but that was a good shot by Johnson.
Tarver looks hurt. If he isn't, he's...
He see Glen Johnson come with a jab to the body and follow with a right uppercut. Boom, a beautiful right uppercut right on the chin of Antonio Tarver. Then he comes back and pins him against the rope with a left hook to the head and a right body shot, which was a beautiful right body shot.
Boy, if Johnson had big... And Tarver trying to counter Johnson's right hand with a left, just misses. Now Tarver.
I am with him because he's fighting very smart. He's standing away from Glen Johnson. That's the best thing to do.
My take, Roy, is that McGirt succeeds not by trying to change the fighters he's training, but by encouraging them until that particular moment.
That was a good combination by Tarver.
Antonio Tarver to focus on winning the last 3 rounds in the fight. Tarver decided he wanted to take round off and get a little bit of a rest. And that will tighten things up on the scorecards. Now, right as he backs away, just a little pop. Hard right hand by Johnson. It's a close round. Hard right hand by Johnson.
Best punch of the fight for Johnson, I think.
Seizing the initiative here in the 11th. Tarver pops him to the left. Johnson walks through it and comes on. Crowd is very excited.
With passing all day like this is his fight. This type of fight he likes to fight. Make it look like he's tired and then throw a big shot and try to catch you. That's how he knocked Eric Harding out the second time.
Johnson's trying to do with the right hand what Tarver's been doing to him with the left.
But this is the biggest light heavyweight fight in the world, and it should have been made.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the winner is announced, he will be recognized by the IBO and fans and pundits around the world as the true light heavyweight champion of the world, we go to the scorecards. Marty Dankins scores it 116 to 112 for Tarver. Melvina Lathan scores it 115-113 for Johnson. Chuck Jappa scores the bout 115-113 to the winner by split decision. He is the Road Warrior, Glen Johnson.
Convinces the judges with his energy and his commitment that he was the winner in the fight.
Well, you know, what can you say?
The crowd wanted Johnson.